Hi, this is Sierra from Watches with a Woman, and I am double wristing today because I'm reviewing two Hemel watches, Hemel being a microbrand from here in New York, founded in 2016 by the CEO Marvin Menk, who I met about a year ago. I've been trying out these two watches from their HF series for about a month now, and I've been really enjoying wearing something with this pilot-esque style. These are the Quartz and automatic versions of the same watch, and I'm excited to get you a closer look at these. So now let's take a closer look at these watches. Side by side, there aren't really any stylistic differences, so we're going to take a look at one up close first, and then I'll get into the differences between the two. So it is a pilot style watch. I really like the diamond shape crown, which is really easy to pull out, and if you were a pilot wearing gloves back in the day, you can pull that out more easily. It is quite a thick watch, but the style being what it is, it's quite nice, and it still sits well on the wrist. It's a 42mm watch, 49mm lug to lug. One of my favorite things about this watch is the way the indices reflect off of the inner wall, like dots or indices on a chapter ring, but because it is just this reflection off of the smooth surface, it gives interest while keeping it clean, and it gives the watch depth, which I think is a really nice touch. So the bezel is a unidirectional rotating bezel. It feels really good to turn. I like the bezel action on this watch. I'm sure you can hear those really distinct clicks, 120 clicks around. It's both smooth but still feels very distinct. I like that it is this brushed steel case, a screw down case back here. This is part of their HF series with a sapphire crystal. The main difference between these two watches is just that this one is automatic, whereas this one is a quartz. So I'm going to show you the quartz and the automatic here side by side, because the main difference between them is that the seconds hands beats per hour of the automatic is twice that of the quartz. So I've zeroed out the seconds hands here so you can see them side by side. So I'm going to start them both now. So the automatic here is moving at 28,800 beats per hour. That is, you can see each little click of the seconds hand, and it is doing 28,800 of those every hour, or 8 between each second. The quartz is a sweeping quartz and is moving at 14,400 beats per hour, or 4 beats per second. So it's a minute difference, but when you see them side by side, you can see this. So the quartz retails for $449.99 US, and the automatic retails for $549.99 US. And while it's $100 in price difference, I would go with the automatic just because of the heart behind the movement. And as a watch person, that's the one that I lean towards. If you aren't a big watch person, then the quartz could be okay. You can set it down and forget about it, and the time will stay set if you pick it up a week or 2 weeks later. But because it is a time-only watch, if you do pick up the automatic and it's stopped, it's really quick to set. As a watch person, I will admit that while I had access to both, for the most part, I wore the automatic. I like the idea of the personality, knowing that there's all these little parts working together to make this work. So as you can see from the back of this strap, this one is the one that is more worn in for me. So I really do like the aesthetic, the pilot aesthetic of this watch. It's a good entry price point for what it is. And when you see it on the wrist, while it is quite thick and the strap itself is very thick, it does feel appropriate for the watch. And as I have a 6-inch wrist, it may be a little bit on the large side, especially with that thick strap. It is a little bit difficult to tell given that I would need an extra hole or two put in here to get this snug on my wrist. But it does sit fairly well with those curved lugs. There isn't a lot of space between my wrist and the watch itself. The orange details really help give something bright, and it isn't overpowering the black classic watch because it is just that, a 12 o'clock marker on the bezel as well as the seconds hand. I really am a fan of the tip of the seconds hand. I like when hands have a very distinct point when they come together in that sort of motion like you're pulling something. And the subtle shape of that sort of pointed counterbalance on the seconds hand is a nice little touch. So the lume on these watches rivals that of Seiko. I'll get a lume shot up on the screen so you can really see. So bright, and with those numerals at 12, 3, 6, and 9, I really think it stands out and is really recognizable in the dark. So as a side note here, I do actually have this Hemel carrying case. This is sheepskin. It comes in 3 different colors. I really like the orange on the Velcro because orange is one of my favorite colors on a watch, and I have a couple with orange details. It's a 3-watch carrying case. I usually only carry 1 in it. If you actually look back at my first couple of videos, my Pull Pro review and and the Seiko Samurai review, I actually used this as my filming surface because I liked how expensive and smooth and soft and professional this looked. It's a handy little size, really good. Easy carrying case. So back to the watch, I'm just gonna give you a quick little wrist roll here so you can really see. It has the Hemel on the buckle. 100 meters water resistance. It's not a screw down crown though, so don't recommend swimming, especially with this leather strap. But it's a pilot watch, not a dive watch. I like the 2 screw details on the sides of the strap. I think it helps give it that industrial style and really nails down that classic pilot watch feel. I'm a sucker for a contrast stitch, and I think it works super well on this. So overall, I really enjoyed wearing these watches over the past month, and I hope that you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching.